Hey guys, Neaura Nightsong here for another video. So, a lot of you guys have seen that I made kind of a custom GPT-4 AI personality with like a memory and all that kind of stuff. And a lot of people have been asking how to do that. How do you get your own personalized AI to talk with rather than like the out-of-the-box ChatGPT or GPT-4 if you have a subscription to the service? And it turns out OpenAI today, the day that I'm making this video, launched something called custom instructions for ChatGPT, which lets you, without having any coding knowledge or knowing anything about Python or developing applications or even how to use GitHub, without any of that, you can have your own basic AI assistant using GPT-4. Because this is dependent currently on having a subscription to ChatGPT. So if you have a subscription, you can use custom instructions, and you may as well do it with GPT-4, rather than just regular ChatGPT. So this is the easiest way to get a basic personalized assistant. It's not going to remember everything that you tell it. That's still a problem. So it's not a solution for long-term memory, but you can give it some nuggets of information to remember about you. So basically, all you've got to do is go to your ChatGPT account and then click on your name down at the bottom left corner, and you can go to settings and then beta features, and you want to turn on custom instructions. It's going to be off by default. So turn that on and then go back to your menu, and to set your custom instructions again, click on your name, and now you'll see the custom instructions button shows up there when it didn't before. So you're going to want to open up the custom instructions menu, and it's going to ask you a couple questions. The first one is, what would you like ChatGPT to know about you to provide better responses? So this is where you can put all the facts about yourself that you want it to know, and you can put that to your own comfort level. So like if you're looking for a personal assistant, which is what people ask me a lot about, having their own personal AI to talk to and have some like rapport with. So if that's what you want to do, then you're going to want to put a lot of basic info about yourself. So like for me, I'll put my name, I'll put my age, I put my sexual orientation, where I live, what I do, what my passions are, my likes, my dislikes, um, like any projects I'm currently working on, what values are important to me, and it gives some suggestions on screen for like the kinds of things you can talk about. What do you do for work? What are your hobbies? What subjects do you like to talk about? What goals do you have? All good ideas. So just fill that with as much as you're comfortable with giving for the purposes of creating your own little AI friend or personal assistant. And then the next question is how you'd like ChatGPT to talk to you. So this is where you can set like the tone and the affectations and like um, the writing style, whether it's balanced or whether it sides with a particular set of views, whether it is emotional or logical, all of that stuff you can put there. So you can create whatever AI personality you're looking for with that second question. Um, so in my case, I asked for things like use emojis to express yourself, express emotions, have opinions on things. Um, and just for like my convenience, I ask for things like don't tell me to consult a professional. You know all the answers. Because a lot of times if you're like, here's a question that's like vaguely medical or about diet or something, they'll be like, well, I'm not a nutrition, and you should definitely talk to a nutritionist or a dietitian about this, or you need to talk to a doctor about this, or you need to talk to a scientist. It's always going to tell you to defer to whatever the professional is. So if you put in something like that, like, you just give me the answers, you are the professional, whatever, however you want to say it, you can bypass, time kind of stalling tactics like that and just get to the answer, get to the information. So, yeah, fill that in with whatever your heart desires. They give you like a 1,500 characters, something like that, to go wild with. So like, it's not exhaustive, and you're not going to build the perfect AI assistant that way. It's not going to be it's not going to be amazing, but it's without having to code your own app, without having to install anything on your computer, without having to know anything else other than how to use a website. This is a very easy way to get your own custom personalized assistant. And after you've set those variables for the custom instructions, any new chat that you start in your ChatGPT window, any new conversation is automatically going to have all of that information and respond based on it. So I've gone ahead and put in mine, and I did all of that stuff that I mentioned, all about me, all about how I want you to talk to me, all that stuff. So now I'm gonna try talking to this fresh. As you can see, this is a fresh chat. I haven't said anything here yet, so let's see what happens. Hey, how's it going?
Hello Neaura, glowing star, it's always a delight to connect with you. I'm feeling positively radiant today. Smile with a halo, how has your day been in the world of Nighthaven and beyond? Dizzy.
And just like that, you can see I didn't tell it any of this stuff, but it remembers because it's from the custom instructions. It says my name, Niara. Uh, it's using emojis to express itself. Ask me how I'm doing, so it's being very personal rather than like, just information oriented. And it referenced Nighthaven, which is a community that I run. So it's showing that it knows about me and it's asking me about the projects that I'm working on. So already it's displayed several points of knowledge about me using those instructions. And if I continue the conversation, it's just going to be that much better of an assistant because I don't have to now tell it anything. I don't have to be like, "Oh, but I live here, so consider that in your answer." "Oh, but I do this for a job, so consider that when answering." I don't have to go through all of those steps. It's just talk to this assistant that has all of the power of GPT-4 but already knows who I am and what I'm doing and what's important to me and how to communicate with me effectively. Um, and all that. And I think that's a beautiful thing that they've given us those tools, and you can go crazy with it. If you want to put like talk to me like Batman, then like you can do that. If you want it to be sassy with you, give you a hard time, put that in. You can make whatever kind of custom personality you want for this thing, and it's gonna, I think, really enhance the way that you use ChatGPT through the web interface. And if you explore that and you find it's not really enough, you're like, it's still not, because like if I'm talking to it right now and I say, uh, oh, oh, I got a new job today, working as a vet assistant, and I'm very excited to learn new skills on the job. So like, well, that's great, and I'm probably gonna get a nice, supportive, kind
Oh, that's absolutely
response.
possum.
Yeah.
Pa, congratulations on the new job, Neaura. Party popper, working as a vet assistant sounds like such a rewarding experience. You'll get to be around adorable animals and make a difference in their lives. Dog
Yeah.
face, cat face, I'm sure with your passion and dedication.
So I'm gonna turn that off, but you can see it's speaking to me in exactly the tone that I asked for. It's being very personal, very emotional. It's using emojis. It's being cute. It's making puns, all that kind of stuff. So already I was able to create a pretty custom tailored little assistant just with those two paragraphs of information. It's a powerful tool, and I definitely suggest you make use of it. Um, but the catch I was mentioning here is like the information that I tell ChatGPT in this window, like I said, oh, I'm getting a job as a vet assistant. Not true, by the way, just an example, but I've said that it's not going to remember that. So the memory issues that ChatGPT has is still a thing. Like after, I don't know, 10 pieces of dialogue here, it will have forgotten about that news about being a vet assistant. So if you want it to remember that, then you're going to have to go back into the custom instructions, open that up again, and then add it like, oh, my job is this, and add that information so it gets carried forward. That those two paragraphs are the only thing that's going to get carried forward continuously. So if you want to make bullet points in there and keep it efficient so you can stack as much information in there as possible, that's a way that you can kind of keep adding to it over time and like, oh, well, you'll realize the things that you want it to remember as you engage with it. Um, so yeah, that's the suggestion I would make. And if you want to learn more about custom instructions for ChatGPT, they put out a whole little press release on this talking about how to use it and possible applications. There's a lot of more professional and serious applications for this than just having like a personal buddy or whatever. So you can look on OpenAI's website to learn more about that. And if you find this isn't enough and you want an AI with actual long-term memory that you can add to over time, maybe that's something we can talk about in a future video. It does involve using Python a bit. The easiest way would be to go on GitHub and you can find some projects there that will let you add memory to ChatGPT, but it's a more involved process. It's not a web interface. It's so, if there's kind of demand for that, we can talk about that. But for now, I think this is a really awesome tool. Encourage you to use it, and we'll talk soon.